Hi, my name is Jen. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to my channel. Today's Reformer Flow is going to be using a whole flow with the short box. We're going to be on the short box the whole entire time. It's not going to come off our reformer. You will have an option to turn it long ways during one section, but other than that, it's going to stay in the short box way. I do have a sticky pad on top of my short box because I will be sitting on it. So just if you don't have a sticky pad, this is just shelf liner, which works great. If you don't have a sticky pad, you might have to just reduce your weight a little bit. So I'm starting on 2 reds. If you find that you're sliding all over or your clothes are slippery, maybe change your pants or just reduce your weight or go out and get some shelf liner. But other than that's it. I hope you enjoy it. 2 heavies, 2 reds, sticky pad, and I will see you sitting on the reformer facing the foot bar. Hope to see you there. So make sure that you have your sticky pad down. You're going to find yourself sitting on this box. Remember, we're on 2 red springs here. From here, you're going to find yourself sitting towards the edge of the box. You're going to find your balls of the feet on the foot bar. From here, you're going to take your hands, sit up nice and tall, draw those abs in, nice straight spine here. Your hands are going to be pushing back on that box to keep those shoulders back and down and that back straight. From here, our balls of the feet are on the bar. Legs are squeezing together. From here, we're going to extend it out and resist it in. So we're on a little bit of a high half toe here, bending and extending. Keeping those abs drawn in with that straight back. So this is one of my favorite variations to do of stomach massage. It gives you a little bit more range of motion and it's a little nicer on the body. Let's go for 3 more here with our legs pressing straight. On this next one, you're going to come all the way in. Now from here, we're going to extend ourselves out. We're going to lower our heels as we flex towards our knees. Lift the heels, bend the knees, straighten the spine, and come in. So you're pushing out, you're flexing towards your knees, you're dropping your heels. You're lifting the balls of the feet, you're bringing yourself in and straightening that spine. Extending out, flexing the feet, flexing the spine, coming up on the toes and bringing it in. Using those hands to push back on that box, opening that back body. Last 2. Come on in. Beautiful. We're going to take the toes wide. Heels are going to be squeezed to get, heels are going to be connected going into that first position. From here, you're going to extend yourself out and resist yourself in. So still sitting evenly on those sit bones on that box, trying to maintain that straight back, working deep into those lower abs and those legs. Last 3. On this next one, we're going to come in and we're going to do that same motion we did before. We're going to extend itself out, drop the heels, push the palms in, flex yourself over while your heels drop under, lift, straighten, and come in. Push back on the box, get that flexion, drop the heels. Come up and bring it in. So really having control over these movements, making each movement better than the last one. Last one here, you're going to hold yourself out, Drop those heels, forward flex into that forward flexion. From here, take your arms off the box. Can you reach towards that foot bar? Try to drop those heels under. If you can't reach the foot bar, hold your legs. Come up on those toes. Bring that top body up straight. Bring your arms back to the box. Bend your knees and come on in. All right, I'm gonna take my left foot first. I'm gonna bring it onto the foot bar. Ball of the foot is gonna be on the foot bar. My right foot is gonna be resting over the edge. We are still on those 2 heavy springs. If this becomes too much, take off a red and put on a medium spring. So then you'd go to a red and a blue. Draw those abs in, shoulders back and down. From here, we're gonna extend it out and resist it in. So single leg work here. Like I said, we're doing this with 1 leg now instead of 2 legs. So really having to focus on that stability. And if you don't have that sticky pad and you're pushing yourself back off the box, just drop the weight a little bit. Last 2. Last one here, bring it on in. Now from here, we're gonna take the arms up to reach them up out in front of you if you can. Same position with our foot, you're gonna extend it out. Now hold it here, drop the heel, lift the heel, and bend it in. So press it out, drop the heel, lift the heel, and bring it in. Last 2, and then we'll add on from here. Next time you come in, it's going to be the same movement with the feet. You press yourself out. You drop your heel. When you drop your heel, I want you to rotate to your straight leg on the bar. Lift the heel, come back to center. Continue that motion. Drop the heel, rotate, drop the heel, lift the heel, come back to center. So really twisting that spine around that waistline. Last 2. On that last one, come back to center. Now I want you just to drop that heel underneath that bar. From here, I want you to fold yourself in half. Now, you can grab onto the carriage, you can grab on to the bar, however your flexibility is. You can hold up like this. From here, I just want you to flex into nose towards your knees and just point and flex that foot. For 4, 3, keep those abs drawn in, shoulders away from your ears, keep them relaxed. Last 1, come up on that ball of the foot, bend that knee on in. Keep that right foot on the foot bar, grab your bar with both hands. Now I want you to take the right foot to meet it. Now, your left foot, whatever foot you just worked is on top, and your other foot that you did not work is on the bottom. From here, we're going to press the carriage out. I want you to get that straight leg in the leg you just worked and bend this knee here. Reach forward into that forward flexion, drop the shoulders back. Now from here, I want you to lift the knee to meet the knee and drop it down. So really just working into that hamstring stretch on this side, lifting the heel and dropping the heel. So you may be able to get further and maybe straighten both legs. I'm not really worried about my other leg because I'm really focusing, creating length on my straight leg. So for me, this is my left side here. Last 2. From here, you're going to lift those toes, bring that carriage back in. All right, my left foot is now coming on, arch is coming over the top of my carriage pad. My right foot is on the bar. My hands are onto the box. We're going to start with a ball of the foot on, straight leg press here. Resist it in. So taking a moment, noticing how each leg feels, whether this is your dominant side or your non-dominant side, just feeling the difference between both sides of your body. On this next one, we're going to start dropping the heel. So next time you press yourself out, hold it there, drop the heel, lift the heel, and bring it in. Is that back still straight? Are your shoulders still down and relaxed? Remember, pushing those arms into that box is helping you activate keeping that back body straight. Now, if you feel okay, we're going to take those hands off the box on this next one, bring them up to the chest. So from here, just hold the hands, do a few with the foot just pointing and flexing as you extend yourself out. On this next one, we'll start that rotation. Extend yourself out, flex the foot, rotate, bring it back to center, and come in. Extend, flex, and rotate, bring it back to center, and come in. Last 2. Last one here. Bring it into center. From here, drop that heel, fold yourself in half. Just point and flex that foot. Try to get that length in that hamstring. Now from here, bend the leg, the straight leg. You're going to bring the other toe onto the foot. So the foot you just worked is your leg you're trying to straighten. So from here, draw those abs in, flex yourself in, and from here, really straighten that leg, pull that traction against the bar, get deeper into that hamstring. This side is way easier for me. And then you're just going to do small bends and presses with that flexion motion. Trying to pull traction against that foot bar as you're pulling it towards you. Last one. You can bring both toes up. You can bend yourself in. Excellent. You can bring your feet back onto the mat. Just go ahead, relax those shoulders. Okay, I'm going to be taking off my 2 red springs, coming down to 1 blue spring only. So coming down to 1 blue spring. From here, we're going to go into a little upper arm work. We're going to go ahead, grab our straps behind us. Now you choose whether you want the short loops or the long loops. At any point, you can always go to the longer loops. All right, so from here, we're just going to be sitting up nice and tall, shoulders backing down. From here, we're just going to go ahead, come into our offering, and bring it down. So right now, you may be saying this is very easy, which I do agree for double arms. This is very easy, but we will be changing it because we will be going up over our head. So I just want to make sure it's attainable for everybody. And if this is not light enough for you to go up over your head, then by all means change it to a lighter spring. We'll do 3 more like this. On this next one, we're going to go ahead, we're going to lift our arms up. We're going to bring them up over our hands. When they come up or towards our head, our palms are now facing each other. We're going to take the palms facing forward, bring them out and around, and push forward. The arms come up towards the shoulders, the palms face each other, then you flip the palms and you open down and around. Last 3. For 2. This will be your last one. You come up and around. On next one, I want you to go up all the way through the motion, but stay with the hands at the top of the head. Now from here, your palms are facing forward. From here, interlace those hands. Let's go in for a tricep press. Extend it out, resist it forward. So not trying to hinge forward here. Of course, if it hurts your back, then you can hinge forward, or your shoulders. I'm trying to press it straight up for a tricep press. Last 2. Last one, when those arms are straight, hold them there, open the palms, circle them back and down. Beautiful. I am going to hang up my right strap, and I'm going to keep my left strap in my hand. I am going to be turning and facing, I'm just moving my sticky pad. I'm going to be coming facing you off the side. So from here, you can sit Indian style, or you can sit with your feet off of the box, whichever one works for your body or whatever one feels good for you. I'm going to go Indian style here. I'm going to take my short loop. I'm going to grab my hands together. I'm going to interlace my hands. Now sit up tall out of that waistline, those shoulders back and down. From here, we're going into the obliques. So this movement's not coming from the arms, it's coming from the waist. So take a big deep inhale, exhale, rotate towards the bar, and resist it back. So being in crisscross is a little harder to sit out of your waistline than sitting with your feet dangled in front of you. So if you don't have the range of motion in your hips, or you feel like you're dumping into your lower back, by all means, put your legs down in front of you. So we're going to make this a full oblique twist in a second. Next time that strap comes towards the center, I want you to rotate all the way towards the strap and bring it back towards the foot bar. Think about as you're rotating, it's like a soda bottle, you're rotating up to those obliques. Think about the obliques pulling towards the foot bar and resisting back. Last one. We're going to hold this one towards the foot bar. We're going to go for pulses. We got 8, 7, make them small, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it back to center. Go ahead, relax those shoulders. From here, we're going to take our feet down, and we're going to go ahead, bring our feet towards the edge of the box. We're going to take our strap and we're going to bring it over to the other side. Now, this hand, my free hand, is coming either to the shoulder block or the back corner behind you, and it's going to come in. You're going to lean down on it. So you're going to be leaning down on a soft elbow. Don't lock that elbow out. From here, we're going to draw our sword. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to press it out and bring it in. We're coming into that C curve. So keep those abs drawn in. You want to carve out those abdominals. Shoulders are back and down. Your gaze follows your hand or your strap. Last 2 here. And last one. Bring it back in. All right, we're gonna pick up the challenge a little bit. So this time, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lean back on our forearms, carve out that C curve. You're gonna bring your legs into tabletop. From here, now this is where you're really gonna use your hand. From here, you're gonna extend it out and bring it back in. Squeezing those legs together will support you. Try to keep tension in that strap so the movement is smooth. Now, if you want more, you can always extend the legs as you extend the strap. You can take your gaze with it. So lean back on that elbow a little bit as you extend those legs. For 4, 3, 2, last one here, challenge it out. 1. Bring it on in, and you can go ahead and sit it on up. All right, we're gonna just hang, we're gonna actually hold on to that strap for a moment. So from here, I'm gonna take my hands, my feet to the headrest. Okay, we're gonna come into a side lying position. So my feet are in the headrest, my hip is coming on this sticky mat. And then from here, my elbow is gonna be soft. Now, this bottom leg is gonna be bent up, and then you're gonna make sure you roll your hips so your hips are stacked. Now you have this strap in your hand. I'm gonna go to my shorter loop. All right, so you want a straight line from the crown of your head to the tip of your nose. So support through that shoulder, draw those obliques up and down. From here, we're gonna extend the arm, we're gonna come in for a bicep curl. So think about that leg reaching long. Try to keep that leg hip height. We're gonna do one more here, and then we're gonna reach over our head. On this next one, you're gonna bend it in, press it over. Fold it back into a bicep. Bicep, press over. Lean into that elbow and press it down. Watch that leg. You want to keep it in line. Now we're going to add a rotational twist if it works for you. So when the arm comes over, look towards the springs. Come back, drop the bicep. Four more. I have a mirror here, so I'm trying not to hit it. One more here. You got this. Keep that hip level. Beautiful. Bring it in, and you can slowly come on up. You can hang that strap on up. And go ahead, let's just stretch that arm out for a moment. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna turn around. I'm now gonna be facing away from you. So I am going to be grabbing my right strap in my hand. I'm gonna grab my short loop, and I'm coming in to crisscross applesauce, finding my straight spine. From here, shoulders are back and down, hands are interlaced, drop those shoulders away. And from here, small rotation, half a rotation, just to the foot bar. So remember, the work is coming from the obliques, the waistline, not the arms. So the movement should be much smaller than if it's coming from your arms. And your arms, the space in your arms should not change. We have 3 more. Then we'll add that full rotation. I think I lost count, so this one will go all the way towards the foot bar, towards the rises, and then twist towards the foot bar. Again, make sure that this work is coming from your waistline, that your arms are not taken over. Relax those shoulders. I inhale it back, exhale it away. Last two. And one. Bring it back to center. All right, go ahead, you drop those feet. From here, my feet are coming up. This elbow is coming down. Just leaning back, finding that C curve first. Wait, I'm a little confused here. Okay, there we go. My fingers are facing forward, my knees are up. C curve, ab is drawn in. From here, we're gonna come in to draw the sword. Okay, so this arm is definitely my weaker arm. It's gonna be a lot of work to keep that tension on this side, especially when I go into that T-zip. Last four here, then we got to add on. Take your gaze with the strap. Last one here, come all the way in. All right, we're gonna take it up to that teaser prep or that full teaser. So see how you feel? Start one and then you can always add on. So draw those abs in, articulate that spine, squeeze those legs together. Now from here, start with that draw the sword. Woo, I'm shaky on this side. And then bring it back. Just getting myself in my balance, my groove. And then if you feel ready, you can extend those legs. Take the gaze, extend the legs. Last four. For two. Last one here. Oof. Bring it on in, and you can sit it on up. Whew, those were no joke on that side. All right, go ahead, bring that arm across your body. All right, so now we're gonna go sideways on this side. So I'm gonna bring my feet to the headrest. I'm gonna go ahead, grab my strap again, the one I was just using. I'm gonna come to my side lying position. My hand is gonna drop, my bottom leg is folding up on the box. So my leg is reaching long, my hand is in my short loop. You can be on your elbow, on your forearm, whichever one you want, whatever works for you. So from here, let's just start with a bicep and resist it down. Organize yourself, make adjustments whenever you need to. I got the shakes in my legs, I don't know why. All right, we're gonna go overhead with this one. Next one, bring it in, reach it up. That's when you might need to lean down into that shoulder. Reach it up. We're gonna add that twist on this next one if it's for you. If it's not for you, don't add it in. Look down at the springs and bring it back. Now I'm trying not to twist my lower part of my body. Like I said, I'm trying. Try to keep that leg hip height. We're gonna do one more here, and then we're gonna reach over our head. On this next one, you're gonna bend it in, press it over. Fold it back into a bicep. Bicep, press over. Lean into that elbow and press it down. Watch that leg. You want to keep it in line. Now we're going to add a rotational twist if it works for you. So when the arm comes over, look towards the springs. Come back, drop the bicep. Four more. I have a mirror here, so I'm trying not to hit it. One more here. You got this. Keep that hip level. Beautiful. Bring it in, and you can slowly come on up. You can hang that strap on up, and go ahead. Let's just stretch that arm out for a moment. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So I am going to turn around. I'm now going to be facing away from you. So I am going to be grabbing my right strap in my hand. I'm going to grab my short loop, and I am coming in to crisscross applesauce, finding my straight spine. From here, shoulders are back and down, hands are interlaced, drop those shoulders away. And from here, small rotation, half of rotation, just to the foot bar. So remember, the work is coming from the obliques, the waistline, not the arms. So the movement should be much smaller than if it's coming from your arms. And your arms, the space in your arms should not change. We have three more. Then we'll add that full rotation. I think I lost count, so this one will go all the way towards the foot bar. Towards the rises, and then twist towards the foot bar. Again, make sure that this work is coming from your waistline, that your arms are not taken over. Relax those shoulders. I inhale it back, exhale it away. Last two. And one. Bring it back to center. All right, go ahead, you drop those feet. From here, my feet are coming up. This elbow is coming down. Just leaning back, finding that C curve first. Wait, I'm a little confused here. Okay, there we go. My fingers are facing forward, my knees are up. C curve, ab is drawn in. From here, we're gonna come in to draw the sword. Okay, so this arm is definitely my weaker arm. It's gonna be a lot of work to keep that tension on this side, especially when I go into that T-zip. Last four here, then we got to add on. Take your gaze with the strap. Last one here, come all the way in. All right, we're gonna take it up to that teaser prep or that full teaser. So see how you feel? Start one and then you can always add on. So draw those abs in, articulate that spine, squeeze those legs together. Now from here, start with that draw the sword. Woo, I'm shaky on this side. And then bring it back. Just getting myself in my balance, my groove. And then if you feel ready, you can extend those legs. Take the gaze, extend the legs. Last four. For two. Last one here. Oof. Bring it on in, and you can sit it on up. Whew, those were no joke on that side. All right, go ahead, bring that arm across your body. All right, so now we're gonna go sideways on this side. So I'm gonna bring my feet to the headrest. I'm gonna go ahead, grab my strap again, the one I was just using. I'm gonna come to my side lying position. My hand is gonna drop. My bottom leg is folding up on the box. So my leg is reaching long. My hand is in my short loop. You can be on your elbow, on your forearm, whichever one you want, whatever works for you. So from here, let's just start with a bicep and resist it down. Organize yourself. Make adjustments whenever you need to. I got the shakes in my legs. I don't know why. All right, we're going to go overhead with this one. Next one, bring it in, reach it up. That's when you might need to lean down into that shoulder. Reach it up. We got one more here, and then we're going to add that twist if it's for you. Next time that arm comes up over your head, twist, look at the springs, and bring it down. I'm trying not to twist at my hips, just my upper body. Try not to let that leg fall down. Keep it hip height. We got 4. And 3 for 2 and 1. Excellent. Bring it on in, and you can slowly come on up. Excellent. You can hang that strap up. Go ahead, sit facing your risers. On that box, just go ahead, stretch those arms out, bring one arm across your body, drop the shoulder. Same thing on the other side. All right, we're gonna go into some back extension and some back work. We are gonna stay, we'll fix our springs when we get there. You have 2 options for this work. For a more beginner intermediate that you need more support, you can put the box the long ways. For those that are intermediate to advanced, keep the box in the short box ways. This way you have less support and you have to use more of your muscles to hold everything together. So from here, the easiest way I like to do this is I like to step on my risers. I crawl up on my risers, I walk myself forward, and then I go ahead and I bring my hips onto the box, okay? So you really want the top of your hips at the corner of the box, and you don't want a huge arc here. So you have to be able to support yourself. So put your hands onto the platform. I want you to reach down, add a red spring on, take that blue spring off, so we just have one heavy spring. From here, I have my legs a little bit wider than hip distance. I'm gonna take my hands, I'm gonna bring them to the bar. Now, you have to hold all of this in. All right, so you don't want it falling like this because that's gonna hurt your lumbar. So if you can't hold this in and keep it maintained, turn your box the long ways, you'll thank me in the morning. All right, so from here, shoulders are back and down. We're gonna take our gaze, bring it towards the springs. We're gonna go for that full body extension, and then we're just gonna bend the arms in and push it out. Right now, we're just squeezing our legs, squeezing our glutes, holding our abs and ribs connected, keeping that head down, finding that long line from the crown of our head to the tips of our toes. We're gonna go for 4 more here. Really squeezing everything together. That whole back body is working, supporting you. On this next one, when your arms are long, we're going to come up into extension. So from here, I want you to lift the chest, shine it proud to the clouds as high as you can come in, and extend it out. We're going to stay in that extension move right here. So come on in, bring it up into that extension, and bring it down. Up into the extension, drop the shoulders back and down. Every time you come up, try to get a little bit higher, shining that chest proud to the clouds. Last two. On this next one, when you're long, hold it out long. I want you to bend your elbows. Now, when you come in, I want you to come up into extension, push yourself out in extension, come down, push yourself out further, bend your elbows, come all the way in. Come to that stopper. Push yourself up into extension. Extend the arms long, then find that long line, bend the elbows in. Last two, come all the way in. It's like a push-up. Come up into that extension. Push it away and bring it in. Last one here. Push up like a push-up. Push it out in that extension. Find that long line and bring it on in. Go ahead, drop your hands to the platform. And from here, you can slowly wiggle yourself off that box, coming back into your well. All right, from here, just go ahead, give yourself a couple cat-cows. Last two. Excellent. From here, we're going to step out of that well. Now we're going to come in to a pretty challenging plank segment. I'm going to go with no springs. If you're unsure about going with no springs, then just put the lightest spring you have on. All right, so I'm going to take off all my springs. And then I'm coming back to step into the well. Now, my hands are on this box. The minute I let go, the carriage floats away from me. So we have to use our hands and push it towards the stopper to keep the carriage steady. So what I first want you to do is I first want you to step up onto your rails, your wood rails, your metal rails, whatever type of rails you have. And I want you from here, I want you to push, so don't pull it back because the carriage will move away. Push it in to the bumper, and I want you to find your down dog. Okay, so we're in a down dog here. And then, so what I want you to ultimately be able to do is roll up onto your toes and come into a wide legs plank. So bring it down, push back into the down dog. Then come back into your wide stance plank. Okay, so push it back. Just feel how it moves. Your arms are constantly pushing towards that bumper to keep that carriage quiet. So I'm inhaling as I come in. Exhale as I bring the shoulders over my wrist and find that plank position, dropping, squeezing the glutes. And up. We got 4 more here. Last one. Next time you're in, come back to that down dog. Just hold it there. All right, so make sure your box, my box is slipping, so I'm sliding my box back towards my bumpers, my shoulder blocks. Hands are going back into that position. We're coming into planks now. So from here, when you're ready, I want you to bring those hips forward and find that plank position. Arms are underneath your shoulders. Adjust yourself if you need to. From here, you're going to move the carriage back an inch and forward. Back and forward. We're going for 4, 3, 2, last one. Push that box into the bumper. Push your heels back. Come into downward dog. Excellent. We got one more set. So bring yourself forward. Line yourself up. And let's move the carriage back an inch, up an inch. Can you control that carriage with your arms? Last 3 for 2 and last 1. Push it in, come back into that down dog, and then very carefully take one foot, step into the well, and take the other foot and step into the well. Go ahead, stand yourself up, roll those wrists, and let's go ahead, finish out this class with a stretch, a cool down stretch. So go ahead, add your blue spring on. I'm gonna start facing you. So I'm gonna come into a figure 4. Knee down on the opposite side, okay? From here, we're just gonna reach our arms long. Now, I want you to come over into a side body stretch. Come towards your risers first. Reach over. Feel it elongate on this side of your body. So for me, that's my right side of my body. I'm reaching towards my left. And then I'm gonna come up, windmill my hands. And now my left side is reaching towards my right. Again, let's windmill our hands. And let's go ahead, reach it over for that side body stretch. As you're coming over for that side body stretch, switch the arms to the other side. Really push into this figure 4. It's higher, so you can really stretch that glute. Last one, back towards the risers. This one will come up to center from here. We'll go ahead, reach our arms behind us, interlace those fingers, drop those shoulders. Let's do the same thing on the other side for the other leg. So we just have a spring just holding the carriage for us, and we're not really doing anything with it. So that knee comes down, other leg is in that figure 4. Really press in to that hip flexor, really get into it straight back. Reach your arms long. We're gonna come towards the rises first. So bring your hand down to the shoulder block, really come into that side bend. I like to pull the shoulder block towards me so it gives me some traction. Come up to center, windmill the hands, and then this is where you really feel that stretch on this side, down that whole back leg. Let's windmill the hands, come to the other side. One more this way. And we'll do one more towards the risers. Come back up to center. And from here, I am just gonna turn and face you. I'm gonna bring my feet onto the floor, just come down for a standing roll down. So from here, abs are drawn in, shoulders are back and down. Let's just reach those arms up towards the clouds. Let's slowly roll ourselves down. Draw those abs in, let everything hang heavy. Let all that tension, that weight release from the fingertips. Take a big inhale down at the bottom and slowly articulate yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing those arms up, cactus them down, hands to heart, And I hope you enjoyed this workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Like always, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.